Yo, what's going on, everybody? TK Gaming back here with another My Park episode. And today we're going to be talking about the one and only, the Christmas of the NBA season, and that's free agency. And free agency pretty much was a busy free agency for many teams and for one person and one person only. But I'm going to talk about that later. But a lot of the big names last year, except one player, and he played for the Portland Trailblazers, and that is LaMarcus Aldridge. I can't speak. He went to the Spurs. I'm not sure exact how much money it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 4-year deal, but that is tremendous that LaMarcus Aldridge went to the San Antonio Spurs. That right away makes them a title contender with Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green. You got LaMarcus Aldridge now, Timmy, and that's a beast lineup. And coming off the bench, they got a deep team this year, and I really think they can make it far into the Western Conference, because in that Western Conference you really need talent, and if you don't got talent, you're not going to make the playoffs even if you get 40 wins. That's what we got from the OKC Thunder. They had 40 wins last year and they still didn't make the playoffs. If that's in the Eastern Conference, they're the 7th seed or the 6th seed, and that's how tough how bad the Western Conference is and how easy the Eastern Conference is. So sending LaMarcus Aldridge down to the San Antonio Spurs, that makes them obviously title contenders, like I said. But one team also in the Western Conference, you got the LA Clippers. The LA Clippers traded for Lance Stephenson for Matt Barnes. That was a wonderful trade. But coming off last season, Lance Stephenson had one of the worst seasons of his career, and he has to bounce back from that. And if he does bounce back from that, he will be getting paid next year, because next year is his contract year. Next year is when he will be getting all his money, and he really has to show teams that last year he was not fitting into the system. The coach wasn't helping him. He didn't find the right tools to help him there in Charlotte, and he wanted out and he got out. But so also the LA Clippers picked up Paul Pierce. The truth, he's going to be reunited with Mr. Doc Rivers, and they just signed Austin Rivers, Josh Smith, Lance Stephenson. This team is very deep. They got Josh Reddick and Jamal Crawford. One reason why they didn't make it to the conference finals last year was because they didn't have depth. And one player, Josh Smith, took over for the Houston Rockets, and he was great during that playoff series. And now he can do it, reunite Paul Pierce. And Paul Pierce, his crazy winning shots. He can do so much for that LA Clippers team that isn't deep at all, and he could start or he could come off the bench. I'm having a feeling that he will start, and Lance Stephenson might come off the bench, but they kind of have a lot of shooting guards right now, and so if they're looking at, I know Paul Pierce is a small forward, but they got Lance, Jamal, and Reddick at the shooting guard position. I'm not sure how Doc Rivers is going to make that out, but Doc Rivers is one of the best coaches in the NBA, and of course he will definitely figure that out. But a lot of other teams, like the Portland Trailblazers, who lost all their key stars but re-signed their main star, the future of their franchise, and sorry guys, I cannot talk, Damian Lillard. They re-signed him to a 5-year, $125 million deal. I'm pretty sure, not sure about the prices, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close, because he does deserve it. If you look at their last game, they have lost each and every one of their stars: Wesley Matthews, Nick Batum, now LaMarcus Aldridge, and Robin Lopez. That is a totally different team, and if they do make the playoffs, that is going to be unreal. But they do have another point guard that they got in Tim Frazier. He played in the D-League, and he was the MVP of that team. And he has an unstoppable unstoppable passing ability, and he can really bring that team if he actually does play and come up. I'm pretty sure he might play, but that's not going to make a big difference in the Western Conference, like many teams have won over 40 games and still haven't made it, but in the Eastern Conference, they have made it. So they might have to switch up the conferences, but who knows? That's for another video, and we're just pretty much rambling about free agency. Tell me, guys, in the comments section, what you guys think about free agency. Did you like it? What players was a shock to you? One player that was a shock to me was Mr. LaMarcus Aldridge going to the San Antonio Spurs. That is ridiculous. Him and Kai with Leonard, that's a duo for the future if they can keep LaMarcus Aldridge for that amount of time. But I think LaMarcus Aldridge was a shock to many people, but not really, because we knew he sold his house in Portland. He came out to Boston. I thought he was coming, and if he did come to my Boston Celtics, you guys know I'd have been tweeting like mad. But that's free agency for you guys. It was a pretty hectic free agency. The Boston Celtics did pick up Amir Johnson, re-signed a couple players, and they also picked up David Lee for Gerald Wallace. That was a salary waste for the Golden State Warriors, but we'll pick him up because we picked him up for pretty much nothing. But his contract is a $15 million deal over this next season, and he's going to be getting paid next year, so this is a contract year for Mr. David Lee. So he's going to have to show to the world that he had a bad year last year. He wasn't getting the minutes, and if he does get the minutes, he will show that he can play ball. So thank you guys for watching. And he also was a double-double guy before Draymond Green took his spot. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys want any other My Park videos, leave a like. Smack the crap out of the like button. And thank you guys for watching. TK Gaming here, and I'm signing out. Peace out, everyone.